post videos of me training on TikTok with my mic on, it sounds like, I mean, you can probably guess what it sounds like. So I'm sorry for not putting music over this lift. Welcome to the new house, where we have no furniture yet. I wanted to bring you guys another fitness YouTube video because I did a little question box on my Instagram and I'm about to go smash a leg day. So I'm bringing you with me. Let's go. It's actually such a beautiful warm day. I'm just gonna finish my little concoction here. So before I train, I drink creatine mixed with either OxyShred or pre-workout. I'm honestly loving the OxyShred in place of my pre-workout. One, because I should be taking OxyShred every day. Two, because I don't exactly need to be like doubling up on the caffeine. And three, I really, really love what the OxyShred is doing for me. I don't get the jitters. I don't have a crash later. All these supplements are from EHP. I will put a link in the description as well as my discount code. It just really warms up my body. I feel like it warms up my joints. It gets my heart rate going. For example, it's winter in Portugal and some days are so cold and I'm in there in shorts and a sports bra every day because I'm sweating like immediately from the OxyShred, which I love. It's just so much easier to train when you're not like cold. And even the owner of the gym, he said to me, he's like, aren't you so cold one day? And I was like, no, my supplements like keep me really warm. So that's been a game changer. I literally go in there and everyone is like head to toe, sweats, jackets, hoodie. And I'm just there like my sports bra and my shorts, living my best life. So anyways, I'm training lower body today. Today is my favorite lower body day of the program. So I'm glad that this fell on this day when I'm taking you guys to the gym with me. I'm so lucky to be so close to this gym here in Portugal. It's the best gym. It's not a big public gym. I'm so fortunate to be able to train there. It's called Rep Ericeira. They have classes, but I just use it as a public space, and it's so nice. It's just so nice to not be in like a commercial gym. Oh, I wish I wasn't driving, or I wish at least Tim was here with me because he could film for you guys. There's this man here in Portugal that sits outside his house every day, and he waves at every single car that goes by, and we honk at him every day and we wave. Oh my god, I love him. He makes my day. He's here! Yay! I did it again. I honked and woke him up. Sometimes he's napping. Oh, I feel so bad when I do that. Oh, he makes me smile like so much. That's like my favorite. He makes my day. I love that man. I don't know his name, but he's doing God's work. All right, we have made it to the gym. Let's break down what I'm doing today to go through my everyday leg day warm up. This part's important because like if you train, at least most of my clients don't know how to warm up properly for a good leg day. So pay close attention. It's really just some dynamic stretching and a couple activation exercises, kind of. It's pretty simple. It takes me about like 5 to 10 minutes. We're starting with hip thrust. I was taking it easy on the weight ever since I got back to lifting, but I'm feeling a little sendy today, so I'm gonna go get it. And then we're going into leg press. I don't have a leg press, so I swapped that for the belted squat thingy. Don't know what it's called. My favorite, which is Smith Machine single leg RDL. I love these. Then we got some flat bench reverse hyperextensions. These look ridiculous, but we're here for it. Trying to grow my booty, as always. And then we got an ab rollout to finish, which I absolutely love. I'm getting warm, feeling the OxyShred kicking in. I'm really excited. Let's go smash this. Okay, I'm very nervous that it's gonna be really crowded in there for some reason on a Saturday, but sounds like it. Oh my God. Okay, so clearly there is something full on going on here right now. I don't know if they're doing some lifting thing, some CrossFit lifting competition. Don't really know, but I'm sorry for the noise. That's one way to get your muscles on fire. I learned this little sequence from a PT I worked with in Bali. It's like the best activation. Now that we're all warmed up. Okay, so we're starting with hip thrusts, and I'm gonna start lighter and work up to my working weight. We're doing 10 to 12, and I haven't done these in a while, but I think I'm gonna go for 100 kilos for my working sets. But I always like to go light in the beginning just to see how it feels. Always a good indicator of how we're gonna feel today. All right, yeah, let's get into it. A lot of people think this movement is like flexion in the spine, so like your hips go down and back up like this. But what you want is to tuck your chin, keep this whole part of your body from your head to your hips in one position the entire time, because then see the only flexion is coming from my hips to go to full extension, which is what we want. Pushing through the heels, tuck the chin. That felt pretty good for the first set. You need to keep your knees and your feet at a 90-degree angle when you're at full hip extension, because if your feet are too far away or too close, you're gonna be working more hamstring or more quad based on where your feet are. And we want all the focus on the glutes. Okay, I'm actually happy with that set. Now that people are actually leaving. I've never seen that many people here ever. That was a bit overwhelming. But now it's getting more like it usually is. Usually I'm here alone, to be honest. I just watched that set back. If you don't film yourself in the gym, you really should, because you can like see if you're moving properly and or see if you're holding back or if you need to drop the weight. So personally, I really like to keep my form like the best it can be. I'm not an ego lifter. I'm not gonna like load the crap out of this bar and then just not perform the reps like well. Watching that back, I feel like I could do 12, 4 sets of 12 instead of 4 sets of 10, but again, I don't want to compromise my form. I'm going to try 12 for this set, see how it goes, but let's see how we go. We got a good song. Pad here should be below your shoulder blades. Okay, if you're all the way down here, it's going to make the movement a lot harder. Assuming I counted right, that was 12, and that was easy. So yeah, I'm holding back a little bit. I'm just gonna try to actually rest as long as I should rest between now and the next set. But we're off to a good start for a very intense leg day. So this is what I do in place of the leg press. I don't know what this is called. I think it's called a belt squat or something. This is still a new movement for me. So if I'm doing it not correctly, please be nice. This is my first set as well, so I have no idea how this is gonna look. But I have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110 kilos plus the machine, which I have no idea how much the machine is. Ooh, that's heavy. All right. That felt good. This is a good lift. I needed this. Am I counting wrong? Holy shit. Maybe I didn't rest long enough, but we're definitely not going up to 15 reps. Single leg RDL in the Smith machine. The bar is going to be over your shoelaces. Keep this really light. This is potentially my favorite exercise of the program, of the year, maybe. It's only January 6th. Let's see. Hips go back first. Back stays flat. Come up to full hip extension. Oh, that one feels so good. Switch to a Bad Bunny playlist to get me through this one. Oh my God. Post way too long of a rest on Instagram. I needed that. I like this exercise. So we want to rest well so we can perform every set to the best of our abilities. Starting to lose steam. Damn it, I lost count again. Ooh. All right, I know this looks ridiculous, but trust. We're going 3 times max, moving with intention. Right into some good old ab rollouts. These are very hard to do properly, and I see a lot of people doing them improperly. Let's do a quick tutorial. You shouldn't feel this at all in your low back. Feeling in your low back, you're not using your core. If you don't have a very developed core or haven't been lifting very long, like this will be very difficult for you, so I recommend working your way up to it. I see a lot of people doing these like this. Hello, other way. Doing these like this. What's wrong with that picture? My back is arched. I'm using a lot of momentum. I'm bouncing. And if your back is arched, you're using your back. So we want to, starting position, scoop the hips under, round the back a little bit. See how then my entire core is engaged. And then we want to maintain this position of our upper body the entire time. The only thing that moves is like our shoulder joint. So observe. And I'm going as far as that will let me without losing the posture of my upper body. We're gonna do 3 sets, as many as we can. You also notice I'm not coming all the way up to here. We're keeping our abs under tension the entire time, which is why the movement of how far out and how far in my hands are coming is less. Keep the abs under tension. All right, 3 sets of those back to back, and then we're done. Still need to go for a walk today though. We're gonna go home, eat lunch, and then get some steps in. Whew. All right. Oh, what a good leg day. Woo! That is exactly how I want to start my Saturday. I had the like busiest day yesterday, and just like a lot of things are going on in terms of like work week days, meetings, people calling me, everything like that. But that was amazing. Let's get into this Q&A. Now my belly is nice and full. Let's get to these questions. Nutrition tips for former athletes whose metabolism is wrecked. So I've heard this kind of a lot in the fitness industry of my metabolism is broken. That's not necessarily the case. If you were an athlete growing up, then you were very active. You trained hard. You probably had more muscle on your body than you do now if you have stopped being an athlete. Your maintenance calories of what you were eating back then is now too high for what you have now. So your metabolism is not broken, simply your lifestyle is just different and you need to adjust accordingly. So let's say this, say I was a swimmer in high school or something, a swimmer or a gymnast or something like that. That is so demanding on your body, and you probably had a lot of muscle, you probably burned a lot of calories and probably were very, very active throughout your life, your years. You were probably training 3 to 4 times a week, maybe more depending on the sport. So therefore you were able to eat X amount of calories, and because you were so active, that was your maintenance calories. So maybe that was higher. And then as you got older, you stopped being so active, but you were still eating the same amount of food. So as soon as you lower your level of activity, your maintenance calories is no longer gonna be your maintenance, it's gonna be a slight surplus. What I suggest you do, if you're still training and you're still lifting, then that's amazing. You should be. But I would definitely kind of reassess where you're at. Not everybody's into tracking macros, but maybe look at your activity levels and compare them to your former athlete lifestyle. And if those two activity levels look very different, then it's likely that your maintenance calories has shifted and you need to adjust your macros accordingly. What motivates you to start your workout? Honestly, I've been working out for so long now that I don't need motivation. I know how good I feel and I am disciplined, and I know that, okay, I told myself I was gonna get my lift in today, I'm gonna do it. Even if I'm tired from surfing, I'll just dial back the weights, but it's never a question for me, am I going to work out or not? It's, okay, assess how I feel, how can I adjust my lift accordingly to make sure that I feel good? So if you're struggling to find the motivation, I don't know, you have to really think about how much that workout and how much you prioritizing you means to you. I have clients that come to me and they say, I really want to look this way. I really want to look better. I really want to be more confident. I'm like, okay, great. Here's how you do that. And if they don't do it, I say, okay, well, clearly looking better, feeling better, being more confident doesn't mean that much to you because I'm giving you the puzzle pieces. And if you're not going to do it, like I'm putting it on a platter for you and all you need to do is do it, then it doesn't mean that much to you. I just filmed a really nice podcast yesterday as well with a good friend of mine in the fitness industry. And we talk a lot about all of this, alcohol, nutrition, motivation, all of that. So I will definitely put that in the description below. Another question, what are good ways to stay motivated? Again, I know how good I feel every day and I know how good I feel after a good lift. That's enough motivation for me. Also seeing results is really, really motivating. So I'd highly recommend tracking your progress and staying on top of it. If you haven't hired a coach, a personal coach, I highly recommend it. I do coach clients online. I have a couple slots that potentially could be opening. So if you're interested in that, send me an email. I'll put that in the description below as well, because hiring a coach, like having a plan when you go to the gym and knowing that what you're doing is going to get you to your results is very, very helpful when it comes to motivation. If you must. Walking into the gym having no idea what you're gonna do obviously is gonna derail your progress and make you less motivated. But if you have a program right there on your phone and you know how much you're supposed to eat and you know that whatever you're doing is gonna build X, Y, and Z muscles, it's gonna make you lose weight, whatever it is, it's much easier to do it when you know it's gonna get you to your goals. How do you deal with bloating / metabolism? Again, having a regular functioning, balanced system. We talk about this in the podcast as well. The only time I ever struggled with bloating and a bad metabolism was when I was severely undereating. If anything, restriction made everything worse for my body. Having a regular active lifestyle, going for walks, lifting in the gym, sleeping like properly is going to be huge for bloating, metabolism, making your body feel like it's balanced and working and functioning properly. I hope that answers that question. I'm working through a shoulder injury. Which exercises do you recommend? That's hard for me to say without knowing exactly what happened to you or assessing you in the gym. I'm not a physical therapist, so I don't feel super qualified to answer exactly this, but I am a surfer and I know how complicated the shoulder joint can be. If you haven't seen a professional, I highly recommend doing that because, like I said, it's so complicated. If you follow the Squat University on Instagram, he is amazing with injuries and exercises to help relieve pain. He's incredible. I highly recommend following him on Instagram. How did you find a balance between protein consumption with muscle gain? I'm not sure what you mean by how did I find a balance. Protein consumption and the amount of protein you should be consuming every day is based on you, your body weight. Protein is what your muscles essentially feed on to recover and rebuild themselves. I weigh 145, 150 pounds. I eat at least 130 grams of protein every day. So if you're starting out in the gym, or you want to change your body composition, which means your fat to muscle ratio, or you want to lose weight, protein is your best friend. That is the number one thing you should be doing even before you step foot in the gym, is getting your protein intake up to where it needs to be. Over the years, my protein intake requirements go up slightly as I put on more muscle. My body is just like demanding more and more food as I have more and more muscle on my body. How do you motivate yourself to get fit? You guys, if you're sitting there looking for motivation, if you're sitting in your room waiting for a feeling to come over you to get you to the gym, you're gonna be waiting a long time. It's a lot of work to play the victim and to be unhealthy, but it's also a lot of work to get fit. So all you gotta do is choose which type of work you wanna do. There is no secret to motivation. Just get your ass up and do it, okay? Discipline, that's all you need. Commit to yourself for like 2 months. 3 months, and if you still hate it after that and you still have to drag your butt to the gym, try group classes. I don't know, but end of the day, you need to decide how much it means to you and you need to do it for yourself. Nobody is gonna be there holding your hand through everything. And if you do need that, hire a coach. I don't know, do anything possible to get yourself to the gym, to show up for yourself. Best way to eat to keep fats low and carbs high. So here is one thing that I want you guys to know. Fats as a macronutrient, fats do not make you fat, okay? Fat is so incredibly important for your body, for your hair, for your skin, for your nails, for your hormones. I prefer to have the majority of my macros carbs because I use them for energy in my lifts. I have a very active lifestyle, and carbs help replenish my energy sources and help me perform in my lifts, help me perform when I'm surfing. So in order to keep my carbs high and my fats low, I just look at the nutrition label. All of my carb sources typically have not a lot of fat in them, just so that I can consume a lot of them and not go over my fat intake. You inspire me to work out. Thank you. That is good. That is what I'm here for. I hope that you go get after it after watching this video. How do you not get so sore from the gym to still surf? That's my biggest issue. So in short, in simple answer, I train enough in the gym that I'm not incredibly sore all the time. So you have to get yourself to that consistency level. However, I still do get sore. I just choose and prioritize when I'm going to lift, when I'm going to surf, and I'll shuffle things around because of that. So for example, if I know the waves are gonna be really good, I will either dial back my lifts or I will save my lifts for the afternoon so that I can surf all day, go lift, and then wake up and maybe I'm sore that next day and maybe that's a rest day. Maybe that's a rest day from surfing. I go for long walks as well to help my muscles not be so sore. I see a physio pretty regularly to not be so sore. I take creatine to help with my recovery. I drink a lot of water and I sleep very well. But yeah, for the most part, it's periodization, knowing when I'm gonna surf a lot versus when I'm gonna be in the gym really hard. And when I have time off of surfing, I can really push it in my lifts. That is it for the Q&A for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know that was an epic leg day, so I hope it got you inspired to go work out. And thank you for your questions. Let me know what else you guys wanna see fitness-wise. I'm always training, I'm always in the gym despite my busy surfing, traveling lifestyle. I'd be curious to know what you guys wanna see as well on this YouTube channel. And that podcast that I mentioned, I will link it below. Definitely give it a listen. I'll be doing more podcasts, but more with Babe on the surfing side of things. But if you guys are more interested in the fitness content, I'm happy to keep that going as well. All right, thanks for watching. Bye, thank you. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I love you. Get your ass to the gym.